Keith Carson will join us. We'll look at your forecast where it was spring-like today. Yeah. And then it'll be decent on Sunday, so tomorrow's really our stormy day.
Oh, I like what you did there. You just skipped the big storm in between.
That little part.
I like that philosophy, yeah. Unfortunately, here it is on the radar. And you know, I get emails about this sometimes. I can't control my enthusiasm for a good-looking winter storm, and that's what this is. Look at this thing with the lows setting right back towards Cincinnati. Cold front here, warm front wiggling its way through New York City, and this is a storm that even without computer models, you look at the radar here and say, yeah, we're going to have a day tomorrow, and indeed we will. Now, it's worth noting that tonight we don't really have any issues, so as long as you're home by a certain time, probably about midnight over southern and western Maine, you really shouldn't encounter any significant snow. Quickly, though, from midnight to, say, 3 a.m., things fall apart, and so it starts snowing, reaching into the mid-coast, and by tomorrow morning, this is 5 a.m., it's ripping snow pretty hard, and I think a lot of us will go to bed with no snow on the ground and wake up to a totally different scene and several inches, maybe even plowable amounts of snow by the morning. And so this is the heaviest part of the storm. Tomorrow morning, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, up to probably 8 a.m. in the morning. It's really snowing hard, especially over southern Maine and into the mid-coast. Now, the only question mark left with this storm, in my opinion, is how far north can that good snow get? I think it stops at about Bangor, and I don't think it makes much progress past that. So it keeps the snow bands to the south of that and even a little bit to the east. Still snowing through the middle of the day. Temperatures right around 30 and are dropping through the afternoon. Still snowing at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then by 4 or 5, we should start to really lighten this up and go over to just kind of snow shower activity at that point. So our map looks very similar to what it looked like yesterday. If you have a really good eye, you'll see just a little change here where we took this range and scrunched it, because this is kind of an all or nothing deal. I mean, I don't think there's going to be a lot of, there's heavy stuff here, and then there's almost nothing to the north of Bangor, and there is nothing across northern Aroostook County. And then this jackpot still looks good for over 12 inches of snow possible. Probably talking, 13, 14, something like that. I don't expect we'll see much more than that, but some heavy snow in there. And the winds will be strong too through tomorrow morning, 35 to up to 40 miles an hour. I don't think this is going to cause too many power outages, but there will certainly be some scattered ones, especially when you consider that the snow along the coast is going to be very pasty, very heavy, wet stuff, kind of normal snow in between, which is just snow that wouldn't hit you either way. It's not fluffy, it's not pasty, and then it is fluffy into the mountains with lower temperatures there. So all that happens. And then we have a nice day on Sunday, actually quite nice, upper 30s to around 40 degrees. Nice again on Monday, mixture of sun and clouds on Tuesday, a couple of rain showers Wednesday. Overall, we're going to get a break here, Brian, from this rapid succession of winter that we like to call March.
It's nice to see, but it's been a long week.